I just love that there are evangelical conservative Christians worshiping a golden fucking statue.
Yep.
Of one of arguably the most evil, wretched, godless men in the 20th or 21st century. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Light Roast. I'm your host, Damian Turner.
I am just... Oh.
Holy God. Holy shit. Something is...
Oh.
Woo! That was a fun intro. I have no idea. I have some idea what happened there. Yeah, you're on.
So... When you freaked out, you turned some other things down.
I turned our monitor down. That's all I turned. That's all I turned down. I was just like, turn the monitor down.
Nice.
Because that was loud as hell. And then I tried to manually turn the track down, but it's automated in my... So there's a good support for your argument that we should load it into there. I'm gesturing a whole lot. Welcome to the Light Roast.
Welcome.
I'm Damian Turner.
I'm Jason Jones.
And that was a real fun intro. That was more fun than the last intro.
Yeah.
Which was also pretty fun. We're going to land it. We're going to stick the landing one of these days.
It was somehow smoother than the last intro.
Was it? I don't know that it was.
No, it wasn't. I was just...
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was decidedly less smooth than the last intro. I also wasn't recording on my other camera.
What was that? Now. I can't hear you anymore.
Seriously?
No, I'm just kidding. Oh. I'm deaf after that intro.
Good Lord. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I think that's D Money. What's up?
I just remembered to start my phone camera. Did you already start yours?
Look.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Yeah.
We're doing all kinds of
things.
Woo!
There's gonna be multiple shots eventually.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Awesome.
I gotta be kind of quiet for first 30 minutes, but back later. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, we got time. We're gonna talk about some things and hang out a little bit before we get to taking questions and comments from the peanut gallery, as it were. We do welcome the peanut gallery, but yeah, we're gonna get to that. We have time for it. We have time in our schedule carved out specifically just for you. But first, how's it going? How's your week been, man?
Week's been great. So far, so good. Today's Tuesday. We're still kind of the early part of the week.
Yep, Tuesday.
But how was the weekend?
It's a new month. It's March 2nd.
Yeah. We had some great weather this weekend.
We did have some
outside,
great weather.
We were in the 60s. It was really nice.
Yep, and then it went right back shitty. It was rainy and cold.
Yeah.
Yep. Georgia.
Oh, yes. That's Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything major to report on,
I don't know. I've been mostly focused on this podcast, pretty much. That's been most of my week.
Yeah.
Putting together graphics and clips and stuff. There'll be more clips. Clips are coming out soon from the last episode. Then I have to make clips to this episode afterward. But that'll be for next week. There's funny stuff happening in the world.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's the fucked up thing about right now, right? Is like and I've been finding this and trying to write stand-up too, is that like it's hard to find things to talk about when you don't do anything.
When you're in a pandemic.
Yeah. Well, and like, okay, how many pandemic jokes can you write? Like,
sure.
No comic wants to hear any more pandemic jokes, definitely.
Right. About what quirky thing happened between you and your partner at home. It's like, yeah, we've heard them all now.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. They were working for a while. I had some pandemic jokes I was doing in a couple outdoor shows, and they were working. The last one I did, which was months ago now, I tried, and people were like, "All right, like keep it moving."
Yeah.
Pandemic's
old.
That's why I started doing the news. That's why I started talking about the news, just because I didn't know what else to talk about. I'm like, what can I make content about? And I'm like, well, there's nothing happening in my life, People are like, you should get on TikTok. And I'm like, and shoot what? Like myself sitting in front of my computer for 16 hours every day?
Doing dance moves. half as good as anybody else.
Fuck those dance moves. Those dance moves are so stupid. They're not usable dance moves. Like, they're just for TikTok,
Right. I mean, Melissa had an interesting question the other day. Do you think musicians now are creating music for the purpose of TikTok virality.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Like, specifically, the entire song was made to be condensed into like 15 seconds of dance moves.
Well, I'm sure there's that, but I mean, there are people on TikTok who like make clips of music for TikTok. Like, it's like a segment of a beat and it's them playing it live, which is,
it's the only segment of the beat. They just don't even make the rest of the track. There's like, what's TikTok using? 15 seconds. Cool. I guess that's what we're making.
Right. Yeah. Well, usually those people do like a minute, and they'll be like duet to this, or like where my MC's at, spit over this, and then people duet and do that. Yeah. Which I think is cool. Some cool stuff comes out of it, and people link up through that. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. The duet feature.
Yeah. Right. The duet feature's wild.
Right.
Coco is she's a thing on TikTok.
She's
my partner.
Yeah, she's
a thing. She's over 2,000 followers now. So I think she's at like 2,200 last time I checked.
Yeah.
So if it was the last time I checked 2,200, she's probably at like 23 now.
That's amazing.
C DeMilo Art, I think, is her TikTok handle. Either C DeMilo Art or C DeMilo or Miss DeMilo. That's what it is. That's what I know. My girlfriend. I know her and her name and who she is. And what she does online. Miss DeMilo on TikTok. Check her out. She puts her art up there. She does a lot of the lip syncing stuff, but like definitely has her own spin on it. Some of it's really funny. Some of it really looks like music videos. Like, it's crazy.
She's great.
I'll scroll past her on TikTok and I'm like, whoa, who's this hot rock star? And then I'm like, oh, it's the woman sitting next to me in bed. That's pretty cool.
Neat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It feels weird though. It's like strange. I feel like I'm looking at a stranger, but who's also sitting next to me. It's really odd.
Right.
It's unnerving.
Yeah.
Speaking of the entertainment world and celebrity and that whole thing, I want to start with the entertainment world, some entertainment news.
Sure.
The Golden Globes, I guess, happened. I just barely caught. Yeah, I don't know. I just barely caught wind of this. I don't watch that shit. Like, whatever. I love art. I love cinema. I went to film school. I love all that stuff. But like, who gives a shit about what the the Academy thing? Like, who cares?
I personally don't, but I'm not in the scene. But I'm cool with people getting together and like honoring each other.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a good thing. But that specific, it feels like Spirit Week for the entertainment industry.
Who does the voting and for the Golden Globes?
Funny you should ask that.
The people that are
Funny you should ask that, because that's exactly what this headline is.
Oh.
Not black people.
Oh, specific.
No black people. There were no black voters for the Golden Globes this year. And as you know, black representation was an issue in the Golden Globes last year's.
Oh, no.
And they're like, we're absolutely going to address it. So now they're all coming up with, yes, we understand that we need more representation, and we will do better in the... Shut up.
Diversity.
Yeah.
I think it was an old ship during the 1800s.
Those people have no intention of bringing any more diversity. What's up, Pulaski?
Jim's here. What's up? Welcome to the Twitch chat. Yeah, if you're hanging out on Twitch, feel free to say hi. If you're seeing us somewhere else, well, if you're seeing us somewhere else, if you're seeing us somewhere else, someone's stealing the stream.
Then all of this has already happened, and you're looking at the past right now. So, in that case, you could email us for future shows if you have some input, or you have a question, or you have like some weird shit to send us, or not too weird. I mean, whatever. Go hog wild. We might not necessarily play it on the show, but hey. Let's see what happens. You can email us at lightruleslive@gmail.com. But I digress. So yeah, they had no black voters at the Golden Globes, and
so who is the group? Can you tell who the group is? I mean, it's not viewers of the content. It's the creators of the content. Is it a board of directors who vote? Like
who votes for Golden Globes? The nominees and winners were voted for by 87 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, a group of international journalists based in California.
Oh, say that last part again. Oh,
So the nominees and winners were voted for by the 87 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, or the HFPA, a group of international journalists based in California. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some ivory tower shit.
And y'all couldn't find any black people. You know what I'm saying? There's no black journalists in California. None that know about film. Really? I mean, but it'd be the same thing. But it'd be the same thing if it was a group of journalists based in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like they'd still find a way for there to be absolutely no black people. Like for real, you managed to have none, not one.
Not one.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. The comics in Atlanta know what I'm talking about, but
I don't understand how all of these PR or how all of these public-facing groups don't have some sort of PR individual managing their presence.
Because they do have
and
those people.
And if they do, then how is something like race not one of the big focus points right now of these people?
Because they're not black.
Right, but how is the entire group that tone deaf where they're actually representing, like, say, a group of film? I don't know. I mean, it really.
I don't get it either. But all I know,
cool.
All
big
I
white
know
circle
is
jerk. Awesome.
Right, and it's like, and I don't get how it happens either. Where it's like not one person thought, but clearly what it requires is like there needs to be literally there needs to be representation in order for there to be representation. Like there needs to be a person of color going, hey, I don't know if you guys thought about this.
Right.
But there's not a single person of color who is a voter in your voting group, so you might want to reconsider that. Like you might want to find a way to find at least one, just so you can say you have one. Because if you don't, fair or not, this is what people are going to say. This is how people are going to react. You know,
exactly.
Feel however you want to feel about that.
Right.
But so clearly, they didn't even have enough representation just in their office, in their organization, to have representation in the actual voting group, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, they need representation just for simple recognition, just to be recognized as a group. You got to get some, because otherwise, just white people are just going to go, oh, I don't see anybody. I only see white people.
So it looks like Jim's got questions about something about the nature of the Twitch. He said, so you guys get credit envelope if I'm not paying attention to what's being said. I think. Well,
so we're just, Jim. I think when we were talking to you the other day, we were just talking about how we're moving towards affiliate status. We're trying to get Twitch affiliate, which means we need a consistent viewership. So you can just turn Twitch on in the background, and you can leave it on and stay signed in to our room, and you can mute the audio, and you can put the tablet away, and you can credit even if. Yeah. It's just, Jim, it's about being logged in to Twitch, and you're viewing our live stream. The internet knows what you're doing. Yeah, you don't need to do anything in particular.
Yeah, you just got to fool the computers. Just just trick the robots. And we appreciate you. We do appreciate
it's actually a really big help. I'm really excited that you're here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, you got to mute me eventually, even in person. People apologize for cutting me off. I'm like, no, you have to. You have to if you want to say something. I'm sorry for that. I try to mitigate that, but it's just who I am as a person. So go ahead, mute us. Thank you for staying logged in, and if you want to banter with us in a little bit, man, we're gonna make some time for that for sure, and open it up for conversation. But we appreciate you, man. We really do.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that was. I don't know. I just think that's funny. I don't see, I think it's funny how all of a sudden all these organizations and corporations are rushing to try to put on this face now of no. We really care. We're really invested in,
right.
And we really value diversity, and by the way, a lot of times in organizations, and I'm speaking from experience here and from experience of friends and colleagues and collaborators, the Savage being one of them, that a lot of times when you're let's say a male of color trying to get hired somewhere, that's advertising we're hiring for diversity, you find out a lot of times what they mean by diversity is actually white women, which don't get me wrong. Like, that's also great. But you start looking at your staff, you're like, hey, it's still all white people here. They're like, yeah, but look how many women there are.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. You got it.
Well, I need a job too, bitch. What the fuck? So,
Can't get it right.
Yeah, but that's, there's the glaring the glaring error that I see, the big crack in the facade that I see is like a lot of these people have no intentions of actually being diverse or expanding themselves. They just now know that they have to appear as though they do.
Right.
And so we get to watch the rats scurry now, and we get to watch them make mistakes and drop the ball over and over and over. And the Golden Globes, it's like, dude, it's like, man, as soon as there's an alternative baked in, to things like the Golden Globes, it's like, you guys are so done. The whole system is such a dinosaur.
Yep.
Done.
Yep.
And it's like it was already on that way to begin with, and now it's like, future generations are just not going to be bothered with you.
No, they're not.
Gen Z is not going to be bothered with you.
And what's so funny is that that's not funny. It's just a fact that they really could have probably made some changes at some point and saved their thing, but they were so fucking arrogant that they decided to just steam on and say, you know what, fuck those groups, we're gonna do our own thing. And we're not, I mean, there's people in charge that are manipulating the whole thing, and they're about to see the whole thing come crashing down and lose its emphasis, or lose its following, because the whole group of people is just gonna say fuck that, and we're gonna go start our own thing, start a whole new competing awards thing,
right? Because people see how arbitrary this shit is now. It's like, well, who appointed you the people to judge? Like, what, 87 journalists? Well, which fucking journalists are they? I don't know who any of these people are.
Right.
What makes you worthy of judging other people's art and then telling us who the best people are?
Sure.
And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, why do we care? Like, it's like we as and people who watch this crap, like, need to be roasted a little bit. Like, and I'm not free of that. I didn't watch them this year, but I've done it.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I was like, I wonder what happened at the Golden Globes this year. Why the fuck do I care? Why do I give a shit about what happened at the Golden Globes?
Nope.
I care about art, and like, I want to know.
So you're into the dresses.
Yeah.
You're into the suits and the dresses and the red carpet. That's your scene.
No. No, I don't care.
Because there's art in the dresses. I
mean, yeah, sometimes there is. But like, I mean, that's cool. Like, that's dope. Sure. I like that there's like that's fine. An event, and people wear more expensive shit than I can buy. I guess there's some enjoyment I can find in that.
It's just become, it's just such an elitist thing.
Yeah. It's like, look how much better we are than you.
Yeah.
And then here's some other people who say they're better than us, and they're going to pick which one of us is the best of whatever. I don't, I don't know. It just seems like it's like you said, it's such a circle jerk.
It's a circle jerk.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like it's like a bunch of, this is what it is. This is 87 white people just take a bunch of DVDs and they put them on the floor and they scatter them about, and then each one just has a random one in front of them, and then they all just circle jerk, and then whoever comes first is, their DVD is the winner. That's who gets that. And so they got to do it. They just meet once a week all year long and just circle jerk for each category. They play Limp Bizkit with your movies. Oh, you're giving him the sound effects. My mom watches this podcast now. You realize that, right? I mean, I'm the one who brought up the cum and stuff. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Was I doing the sound right?
I told her this yesterday. This is what's so funny. It's like, because she knows. She found out. I mean, I told her I was making a podcast, and she asked me about it. Oh, you're on episode 2 already? I haven't seen any episodes yet. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you wanna, I can tell you. I'll give you the link if you want. But I'm like, you're not gonna like everything that I have to say. I'm like, it gets pretty blue sometimes,
right?
And and she's like, I know, and it's kind of, and it's weird, but but still, I'm just happy that you're doing it. I still want to see it and see watch it, so you do it and whatever. And she's like, it's same thing, like stand up, it's strange, and I'm like, I know, it's like, it's strange for me to know that you watch. I don't mind. I'm happy that you're supportive,
sure,
but it's strange for me to know that you watch, because that's like the part of adult me that is not at all meant for you. Like that's not just adult me,
right.
and it's not just adult in the world me. That's adult in sleazy nightclubs me. Like that's adult
exactly.
talking to rooms full of drunk assholes me. You know, and and she goes, yeah, just imagine how weird it's gonna be one day when I'm sitting in the audience. I go, oh, you think it's gonna be weird for me? You know that I'm gonna point you out after my most vulgar, risque, fucked up, twisted, awful, gross joke.
You like that joke, Mom?
Well, no, it's gonna be like, you know, and that's when she finished licking his taint, and then it's gonna be like, hey everybody, by the way, that's my mom right there in the second row. Give it up for Mom. Like, okay, I'm sorry, Mom. All right, love you, Mom. Sorry, Mom. And this was an example of that, just right now.
Sure. Yeah.
So, you know, everybody say hi to my mom.
I think your mom's fucking cool.
She is cool, man. She's really cool. You know, she's who made me a hard rocker, man. Sweet. She sat me down when I was 12 and she was like, all right, I see that you're getting into music and you're taking an interest in more like serious stuff. You seem to like some of the rock stuff. Now you're about 12 now. You're getting a little older. Now you're ready. Yeah. I'm like, ready for what? She goes, now you're ready for Stairway. Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, and this like yeah, and was like, you're not gonna, she set me up for it. You're not gonna understand it the first time, but you gotta listen to it twice, and then it was like, old Genesis and Yes, and like the early Prince albums that were really like real rock and punk and metal inspired and stuff, and yeah, man,
I dig it.
Yeah, dude,
way to go, Mom. Did a good job. Fuck yeah.
Well, she's awesome.
Hey, before we get too deep into this, you want to get some coffee?
I was waiting for you to say it.
Should we do that? I almost forgot. I'm like,
do that.
But I can smell. I got these ground beans right here.
What? You got beans on the table, bro?
Yeah, look at that.
Table beans. I'm gonna sniff your beans.
Oh yeah.
That's how good of friends we are.
Yeah, we sniff and flick each other's beans.
Well, okay. Well, while you're prepping,
yeah, I only have a couple of things I need. I'm realizing I don't have a mug. I need to grab a mug, and I need a decanter. All right, you can hold it down for a second while I grab the stuff. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. So look,
I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna do what I did last time. Last time we had this is the coffee that we're having today. Usually I'm asking you, what are we having today? Now we got a system. This is what we're having. This is once again from Rev Coffee Roasters in Georgia, just because they're close. And they're easy for us to get coffee from, and they're good. They have some really good stuff. I like how I squeaked there like I'm going through puberty. They're good. They're so good. I like to have them with cookies and cake. So this one, Costa Rica Cafe Vita, says varietal, Catuai, bourbon. Why is there always a liquor? There's always a liquor in the coffee. Last time it was moonshine. This time it's bourbon. So it's like, that's the funny thing, right? When you're getting your coffee in the South, it's like you're gonna get like, you get this blend, right? Of we've got these regionally sourced from exotic places, exotic areas, these different beans, and then also we got some bourbon. Put some bourbon in there. So we got. Bourbon, followed by Villa Sarchi, Villa Lobos.
Oh, is that the type of bean?
I don't know. It just says varietal.
Yeah, that's,
beans.
It's actually bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah. So
it's not bourbon.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not that one.
All right. But the moonshine was for real though, just moonshine though, right? Or is that Monchamp? Did I misread? Then Sarchimor, Venetia, and CR95, which sounds like a chemical or like some type of government weed or some shit.
Right. So the CR probably means Costa Rica Variety 95.
If you guys didn't catch that, he said the CR probably means Costa Rica Variety 95, which is much less interesting than what I thought it might be. I thought that was going to be some wild shit. Okay, process washed, as opposed to Unwashed?
The unwashed, yes.
All right.
Or natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
That's what I call it when I don't shower too.
Yeah.
I'm going natural today. People are like, could you not? Could you throw some chemicals in there? I'm just kidding. I don't walk around unshowered. I don't do that shit. That's nasty.
All right, here we go.
That's nasty. But what else? So they're washed, and then flavor: milk chocolate and raspberry covered almonds with passion fruit brightness.
Ooh.
Once again, we've got the qualifying words listed as flavors. What tastes bright exactly? You know, that's like tasting cold or tasting misty. Although I could taste the mist last week.
Tasted the mist, the misty mountain hop.
I tasted the misty mountain. That's that sounds like one of those old school ass
like a bluegrass
song. Yeah. Jessica Kibble, right? Or Kybel, I don't want to mispronounce your name, says, hello from New York. How is the video so beautiful? Wow, thank you. It's we do the best we can. We put some lights in here. We have a colorful room that we're in, and
yes,
and it's a nice camera. We got a nice SLR that we're shooting from here. So
yes, indeed.
And then also just Jason knows his stuff. With the streaming here, I thought I was the video guy. I am the video production guy. This guy is the streaming guy right here. He's what's taking care of all of that for sure. So you have him to thank for our beautiful look here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you. So if I'm using my camera, I wonder if I can still use a timer. I don't think so.
Probably not.
I think I can.
Oh man. Well, yeah, you can.
Nope, it killed the fucking recording.
Okay.
All right, we're back. God damn it.
All right.
So now I'm gonna have to send you 2 separate files.
Oh, that's fine. Send me 2 separate files. Mine was
and
like
you're gonna
4
have to sync
files.
The audio. Wait.
I'm gonna have to do that. No, I do it automatically.
It'll help a little. Oh, it helps a little bit. Oh no, because it's got its own audio track.
Yeah. Just synchronize that shit.
Yeah, truly.
It's 2021, baby.
I know. Okay. So here we go. Let's get this out of the way.
Talk to me, baby.
Here's what we're doing.
What's going on with the coffee?
V60 kettle, gooseneck kettle. That's a nice accurate pour. I need a timer. That's what I needed last time.
Yeah.
I had a tablet last
You had a tablet last time. There was definitely a tablet. It's got to be around here somewhere.
Got it.
It's usually right next to the drums.
That's it.
Sweet. All right, so we're setting the timer. I keep losing my notes over here. Here they are. Okay.
Check. Where can we see it? There we go. Timer. All right, here we go. So, Bloom, first 45 seconds. Go. We're brewing 40 grams of coffee, so we're going to put in 80 grams of water. And we're doing a 1 to 15 water to coffee brew ratio today.
Salsador says, "I still always clap, Jason." It is the wise thing to do. You should still always clap. I was just giving him shit.
I've had some moments where it has come through and been like really helpful.
It is
because every once in a while, it doesn't detect it. Every once in a while, it's like it cannot sync the audio. And I'm like, no, I can see the fucking peaks and the waves, man. I can see it.
Right.
Why can't you see it? You're not so fucking smart, are you, computer?
All right.
Hot Sauce, how's it going, dude? Thanks for coming by and saying hi. I really appreciate it. How's everything looking sound on your end? Pretty good, or?
He said it looks great.
All right.
Said it looks great.
Cool.
Hopefully it sounds great. Okay, so we're again doing the pour over method.
Yes.
Into a French press.
Technically, it's the French press without the press, without the little screen.
So basically,
and the
just a carafe.
Basically, a glass carafe.
Yeah.
Which is really all a Chemex is. It's a glass carafe that incorporates both of these things together. That is just a nice version of this, except the angle of the cone might be a little different than this one, but not too different. They're actually both pretty much 90-degree angles.
So why are we using this one?
Because the filter, you said it last time, the filter of a V60 is different than a Chemex filter. Chemex filters are very specific. They're like patented. I think these might be patented too.
Probably. If there's money to be made, somebody's patenting it.
Yeah, but when it's a Japanese company, you know, I mean, they honor our trademarks and shit. It's China that doesn't.
Right.
Just the type of filter that allows certain sized particles of coffee to flow through. Mm-hmm. It's not as thick. These are actually thinner and not as resistant as the Chemex.
I figured.
So
they look like they would need to be. That looks like a larger opening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're big.
And a wider cone, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Big old filters.
Big old filters.
Can I get just a little bit more gain on my mic? I feel like I'm coming in a little bit low.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. That's better.
Better?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
All right, so where are we on time? 2:50. Target time is 3 minutes. I still got a little bit left. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we're like right on it.
Awesome. Well, while we're waiting for that, another... Oh, that's funny. I'm looking at my notes here, and I still had Rudy Giuliani bang second cousin.
Saucy says everything looks sexy.
Sounds good. Sexy. Everyone looks sexy. That's what we're going for.
I feel sexy.
I feel pretty sexy myself. I'm gonna feel sexier once I've got some coffee in me. Oh yeah. So the CPAC, not even just the CPAC stage, just that whole CPAC. Let's talk about CPAC.
Can we not and say we did?
But there's so much fun here. All right, here's where we're gonna talk about CPAC.
Sure.
We made a prediction last week that came absolutely fine. Oh, apparently the stream just hiccuped. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen again. It is a thing sometimes. That audio's fine, volume has been fine. Stream just hiccuped though.
Then that's very likely a Twitch thing. On our end, everything's pretty green and silky. I don't have any dropped frames in OBS. So.
Right.
Might be a Twitch thing.
Coffee in a better place over here.
There you go.
Oh, it's a dangerous place, but it's easy to reach. Okay, here we go.
Let's do a quick cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Make it official.
Yeah.
Make it
Thank you.
Do a sip. Yeah. Not as misty. What was it that said bright? That reminds me of a really hot chick in high school.
I get the chocolate. I definitely get the chocolate, the milk chocolate. It's like a hint, but it you know what it actually reminds me of in that regard is like, and I know you're not a drinker. I'm not much of a drinker, but it reminds me of Guinness in that way.
Yeah,
like it's like
coats your mouth.
Yeah, yeah. It's got that kind of fullness to it.
Yep.
I don't know that tastes bright though. I don't taste. If anything, it tastes kind of dark.
It is. It seems. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of conflicting, right?
Right. That's what I taste. It's the last word on that. I'm just harping on that.
Right,
because
milk
I think
choc.
It's a stupid way to describe a coffee.
Raspberry covered almonds, not
brightness,
not almond covered raspberries. You wouldn't ever want to do that.
I don't know how you could cover either one of those things in the other. How could you cover an almond and raspberry? And I mean raspberry syrup, I guess.
Yep, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm never the biggest fan of that type of stuff.
Yeah, right? I don't do a lot of like fruity adding zins to everything like that.
No. Yeah. Fruit and chocolate's definitely a hit or miss. You know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Danishes with the fruit. Just give me the cheese. I don't know. Don't put the...
Yeah.
Just give me the cheese and the bread. Fry that shit. I'm good to go.
Cheese and bread all day.
Bread.
The second you start adding fucking fruit, like in a donut, I'm like, oh, no, I don't need that. It's like squirting out on my face. And it's like, I'm like fucking jacked up because I'm sugar buzzed from all this like weird
it's even
process.
more sugar, but then it's like conflicting. I'm like, why am I eating like semi-real food with all this, you know, fake processed crap? Just give me the processed crap if that's what I'm eating.
Yeah. Who's saying hi? I can't see your name from here. OG Vintage Fine. What's up? Welcome. Thought I'd stop by and see what's going on. We're just chatting. We're having some coffee. We're,
we were
having a laugh.
We're just about to have a laugh at Ted Cruz's expense, because that's our new favorite thing on this show, is to talk shit about and laugh at Ted Cruz, because
it's too easy.
He asks for it as often as he possibly can, so this is the funny thing, right? Is that we made a prediction on the last episode. We made a prediction last week where we said that I think I said it, like, mark my words, it'll be next week. I'm sitting here talking about some stupid shit that Ted Cruz did.
Yep.
trying to play the good guy, hypocritical bastard. And
what did he do this week?
He was just at the CPAC shit, just being a big moron.
Yeah.
Just being a big old dummy. I wish I had taken better notes on it. I thought I was going to remember exactly what he did. Somebody said Ted Cruz is an embarrassment. Salsador said Ted Cruz is an embarrassment to Cubans everywhere. I agree.
He is Cuban, isn't he?
I agree. And I'm not saying that from the perspective of being Cuban, obviously. But I get that. Sometimes black folks feel the same way about some of our people. Some people feel that way about me, but I disagree with them. But I understand how you could feel that way. And I know a lot of really cool Cubans, and he definitely is trying to give the tribe a bad name over here. You know, him and Zimmerman, like, fuck them motherfuckers. Y'all need to expel them.
Oh, dude,
from
Zimmerman,
the clan.
yeah, Jesus,
yeah. Well, it's because he's mixed up with that German blood, Zimmerman. He's still looking for that Third Reich motherfucker. Like,
no, that's definitely left over from Nazi Germany.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah. He's for sure the grandchild of a Nazi.
That's the energy of that.
Absolutely. That's how you get that. That's how you get German Cubans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's an embarrassment to humans everywhere. Yes, I also agree to that. This is nice. I like this. We didn't have as many people interacting with us last week. Yeah, dude, Ted Cruz is just an embarrassment to people. I'm surprised he's not a bigger embarrassment to himself. Like, how do you not get by this point that okay, did you ever see that episode of Friends where somebody suggested to George Costanza that he do the opposite of every one of his instincts? And then he started doing it, and everything in his life started going better.
Oh, wow, really?
Whenever you want to say something, say the opposite of what you actually think. Do the opposite of what you actually want to do. Like, somebody was just like, you just have terrible ideas. Like,
right.
Whatever your instinct, you have bad instincts, so just do the opposite of all of your instincts. Ted Cruz should do the same. Like
George Zimmerman, that's Chandler. George Zimmerman. Sorry, you said
what?
From Friends. You said his name. What was his name?
No, I didn't say no.
What was the guy's name from Friends?
No, George Costanza.
Yeah. Which character was that?
That was the bald guy with the glasses.
You said Friends.
Oh, I did say Friends.
That's why I'm like,
oh my God, I'm mixing up one of those shows. Seinfeld.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm sitting here going, I don't remember the episode where Costanza was in Friends.
You know the episode of Friends?
I was really trying so hard.
You know that crossover episode of Friends where George Costanza popped up and he dated Rachel for a while, you know?
That's exactly
he just did the opposite of everything he thought.
That's exactly where my brain was.
And then he started dating Rachel. He switched over to a different show. His whole life was going better.
It's like, man, those are some deep episodes. I don't remember that one.
And they're over here correcting me in the chat, but I was not looking at it. I'm sorry, guys.
leave it to chat to show you your ass.
Dude.
You know?
Oh man, maybe this part of it was a bad idea. No, yeah. One of those shows that never had any black people on it in the 90s. One of those.
Yeah, right. It's where all the white kids these days learn how to be white kids. One of those shows about
white people in New York. One of those from the 90s.
Yeah, that's why all the white people want to move to New York with unrealistic expectations.
Saucidor, the one where we switch shows. Yeah, it was from that. It was that one.
Sure, exactly.
Oh man, but yeah. It's like that with Ted Cruz. I forget now what exactly dumb shit he was saying up there on the CPAC stage, but it was ridiculous.
Oh, he was doing his own stand-up routine. he tried to go up there with jokes about how he was.
Yeah, that's right.
He was up there with jokes about how
about leaving
to go to Mexico, and the crowd was just like, that's not great timing.
Yeah.
It fell pretty flat.
Yeah.
The recording I heard could have been manipulated, and the volume was pretty low, but.
I watched a couple clips of him, and it was all a big old bomb, dude. It was pretty terrible.
I don't understand. Like, what about that is funny to him, and why would any of his followers think that that's funny? How is that a joke at all?
He thinks
you're gaslighting everyone.
He thinks he's saving face by making light of it, and he's
that's
showing
my point.
He's showing just how out of touch he is.
Yeah.
That's just how out of touch he is. And
which is my whole theory on why I think maybe his wife like kind of let the ball drop a little bit on purpose. I think she's fucking scandalous, man. I think she's pulling hijinks and shit.
I mean,
I think she's fucking with her husband who's an asshole.
I mean, if I had to be married to Ted Cruz, I'd find ways to sabotage his career.
Yes, all the time.
Maybe she's the one who's picking those mom jeans for him to wear.
Do you think she really wants him to be out there in the public sphere, like in office? Like, I mean, maybe.
I mean, she could just be after the lifestyle and like not give a fuck about him, really. That's kind of how they do. That's their thing.
I mean, I'm having my own fantasy over here. Just like Ted Cruz's wife hates him and is like staying in the marriage and just sabotaging him left and right.
That would be a pretty funny narrative. It's so hard to read with those people. So the reason I bring up Ted Cruz really is just because of the CPAC thing, which I mean it was crazy all over the place. I'm sure you saw the thing about the stage, which is the shape of this the Odal rune. Do you know what that is?
No.
The Odal rune is seen on some SS uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is like, so okay, and that ties back into...
And that was the shape of the stage?
That was the shape of the stage. And it was like unmistakable. Like clearly a black and white outlined Odal rune shaped stage with this weird, like, bring up the Odal rune.
Yeah,
it's like, it is... It's unmistakable. It's
Odal, O-D-E-L?
O-D-A-L.
O-D-A-L.
Uh-huh.
Odal rune.
Uh-huh. There it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
the one with the little ears on it.
Okay, so then look at top stories. QPAC denies stage was intentionally shaped like...
Get the fuck out of here. Look at the stage. Look at the picture of the stage. It's unmistakable. It's fucking huge. It looks exactly like the shit. You can't even see it from there. Look at that shit.
Oh,
look at that shit.
Oh my god.
That is clearly an Odal. Like, how the fuck else do you get that? What are those two wings for? What are the wings for? Why is it white in the middle and outlined in fucking in white but lit in red? Like, come on now. We're doing some straight up Nazi shit. Look at that shit.
Is fucked
Look at that shit right there. I'm saying, man. Like, and so, okay, this ties.
All right, yeah.
Here's why this is interesting. This ties back into a story from the first episode we were talking about. What's her name? Who was on The Mandalorian? Cara Dune. Was that her actual name?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of The Mandalorian.
Was that the? Yeah, Cara Dune. Was the Gina Carano is the name of the actor. Cara Dune was the character. That's what I thought. I'm like, Cara Dune doesn't sound like a real person, but that's the only name I knew because fucking whatever, Gina Carano, right? So there have been people making an argument that like they understand, like who was that? It was Joe DeRosa was on the Bill and Bert podcast talking about this, and it was an interesting. Thank you. He's trying to tell me Gina Carano. Joe DeRosa was on Bill and Bert podcast and was making this interesting argument about how he understands why people were pissed at Gina Carano for saying what she said,
sure,
and for equating, he said they're saying that she was reducing basically reducing the plight of Jewish people in the Holocaust by equating it with being a Republican. He's like, and I get that.
Yeah.
And he's like, but here's where I see the hypocrisy is, when Trump first got in office and everybody's saying, making these comparisons to Hitler, well, how is that any different? And that's an interesting point. But then here's the evidence to the the other side, the rebuke of that, right? Is
Sure.
that there are real parallels, and they really, they're like almost literally wearing it on their sleeve. You know what I mean? Like they're almost literally wearing the armband. They're card carrying for real.
Right.
And that's not made up either. There's a history of us taking in Nazi scientists and other Nazi war criminals that we thought it wasn't just scientists. It was some other ones too that we just thought would be useful to us.
Sure.
We're like, we'd rather us get them than the Russians get them. So
they didn't just go and corral all the Nazis and put them in a place together, and then they all just like died off in a group. No, they were dispersed. Amongst the rest of the world.
And then we hired as many of the best ones as we could as fast as we could.
Yep.
And you better believe
Von
that
Braun
they got together. Those were their homies. They were like...
Oh, yeah. It was...
Von Braun.
Von
Exactly.
Braun. Warner Von Braun's one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody
so
just
it's
said that.
right. Yeah. So
Gene
I mean,
Ferrero.
and Pulaski says regarding the stage, you're correct, but I can totally see it being a totally coincidental. Sorry. I mean, that's fine, and you're welcome to that opinion. I don't trust them motherfuckers, man, because those dude, that's how they operate, man. It's like the old Rage Against the Machine lyric, right? Some of those who work forces are the same that burn crosses. And just now that song came out in what, 1994, and now the FBI is going, actually, we found a lot of evidence that white supremacist groups have been infiltrating law enforcement and the FBI and the CIA and other levels of government for years and years and years.
Exactly.
And black people went, no shit,
bro,
for real? You just figured that out? Like, oh my God! You mean they're infiltrating the government and posing as law enforcement? Are you you mean they've got a foothold in how the government operates? We've been saying that shit forever. So and that's their thing, man. The Nazis were totally into occult symbolism and Nordic symbolism and runes.
Definitely.
And they were all about they were telling you, they would point to. I mean, that's how occult groups operate. Is they hide in plain sight. They're telling you what they're doing right out in the open because they know you're not initiated enough to really understand what we're actually saying.
Inter Capoeira.
So yeah, it could be a coincidence. It could be. But
it's not.
I never rule anything out, right? I actually believe literally anything is possible. So I don't have a chance to rule anything out. But I try not to rule anything out really, entirely. But my money's on there's some real old school Nazi influence in that motherfucker, and they were like, hey, you want us to pay for this? Here's what the stage is gonna look like. We want to send a message. To anybody who gets it, we want to send a message, and then when we call them out, they're going, oh, no, what do you mean? We had no idea, because that's what they have to say,
right?
Just like what was that clip of the dude in the 60s? It was like, well, back in the 30s, you just said nigger. Now you can't say nigger no more. So now you say communists, and then you say then you couldn't say communists no more. So now you say urban influences.
Yeah, you're talking about dog whistles.
Yeah.
And the dog whistles get more and more fine-tuned and more nuanced and more less connected to the original idea in terms of how it's presented, but it still means the same thing.
Right, yeah, totally. And now we're in the age of just, really hiding things deep in symbolism. Tom Hartman covered an article that did a good analogy of the rise of Hitler versus that of Trump. Totally. Yeah, there's been a few people who have done decent ones that I've heard about. I haven't invested the time in really looking.
Tom Hartman, the comedian?
Tom Hartman. Possible.
Because he was a Trump supporter, wasn't he?
Well, yeah. I don't know. American radio personality, this guy? THOM, Tom Hartman. American radio personality, author, former psychotherapist, businessman.
Yeah. No, I like Tom Hartman. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I like Tom.
Oh yeah, the big picture. Okay.
Right. I'm thinking of somebody else.
But yeah, so there, I think that supports my point is what you're doing. He says no. I don't know.
No, yeah, no. I know who that is. Yeah.
Okay.
I follow Tom Hartman on YouTube. I mixed up in my brain with somebody else.
Totally different Tom Hartman. I was looking at an old guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my point in all of that just is not a Trumper. He said, yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's supporting my point that like there are some real parallels to like I've been saying that Pulaski. I've been saying that there's some parallels in their rise to power. There's some parallels in the types of things that they were saying, the types of things that they were supporting, the social and political movements that they were creating, the grassroots movements that they were creating. There are some honest parallels that I don't see between the so-called persecution of Republicans and the real persecution of Jewish people during World War II.
Yeah, it's not the same at all.
It's not. Not only is it not the same, I don't see a parallel.
It's white people trying to maintain power.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
That's the narrative when they realize their power is slipping and they're getting so far ahead of themselves that they're going ahead and playing the victim when they're so far from the victim.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They've just realized that that's the game. I mean, Trump does that beautifully. Plays the fucking victim immediately.
All the time.
Plays it before you even know that a crime has been committed.
Right.
You know he's the victim first. Right. You're like, wait, there was a crime?
Yeah. Well, and so, okay. So then of course there's him who it's like, you know, I wish he would just evaporate, just like disintegrate into nothingness and just cease to have existed. But that's not reality, and we gotta continue to contend with this fucking moron for the rest of his life. I'm certain of it.
He's gonna get a presidential fucking funeral,
dude. Oh man, with a 21 gunshot salute and all that shit.
The whole thing.
Fucking. They should just
get ready to swallow that pill.
Man, they should just let his body decompose in the open.
It is
film a.
We're watching it.
Film a time lapse of the maggots eating him.
It's in that phase of it. It's
just
like
run it on loop on
NBC. It's puffing up. You know, it's like that stage.
Bloating.
It's bloating right now. It's like that stage when a beached whale starts fucking bloating up.
CPAC doesn't think so. They literally made this shit.
Oh my God,
it's really getting biblical now. They made a golden idol of this guy that looks like a fucking Bob's Big Boy statue.
Does anybody else see the fucking coincidence here with Christianity and like how all of them are hardcore Christians, or at least claim to be, and yet they don't understand how much they're idolizing a human being in physical form, in the flesh, like Christians like to say, in the flesh, in gold form, putting him on the world's biggest pedestal. It's insane.
And like, dude, I'm really not. I'm not so being hyperbolic right now at all. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to make a point here. But I am not a Christian. I am not a religious person.
Me neither.
I do not believe there are good things in it. I was raised Baptist, so there's a lot of good. I think Jesus was a cool ass figure. Jesus was a cool motherfucker. I aspire to be like Jesus. Cool guy, right? But, you know, other than that, I don't buy the mythology, right? I don't buy all the stories. But man, if there was ever an Antichrist, dude, like if the Antichrist were real, like come on.
It's definitely Hillary.
Come on. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yep. That's where I was taking it. Definitely.
It's Hillary.
She's absolutely a reptile. We all know this.
Dude,
come on.
Shape-shifting reptile. Blah,
look, you saw the space lasers. Who do you think ordered the space lasers?
Fucking
they
laser sharks.
They come from her tits.
Snakes on a plane.
You didn't know that. They got the nipples opened up, and it's just lasers. They shoot out into the space station that beams them back, and then that's how. That's
how you get around the holographic image that they're projecting up of the sky of the actual
sky and space. Right? Yeah.
You have to get around that.
They actually, her tit lasers actually have the power to penetrate through the dome. They penetrate the dome that covers our flat Earth, and then they reflect off of the space mirrors that we have. They call them satellites. They're just big space mirrors. They reflect off the space mirrors back into us.
She's got the 2.0 plus model.
Yeah. Yep. With that's with the third nipple in the middle. That's what that has with the extra big laser.
Nipple.
That's the witch nipple. The whipple.
The whipple.
Yeah.
Melissa's got a whipple.
She's got a whipple.
Got a witchy nipple. It fucking lactates too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's fucking cool as hell.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
How many people can say that they have that? Not many.
She was thinking her whole life. She's like, I think I have a third nipple, and then started lactating. She's like, yep, it's a third nipple.
That's great.
Yeah, things you learn when you have a kid.
So hey, we're rounding the bend just about into an hour here. But
Cool.
yeah, and so to finish off on that, so yeah, there was the golden idol. The idol appeared to be wearing board shorts and flip flops.
Yeah, that's what Jim was saying.
With the blazer,
American flag pants, which I thought was defamation of the flag.
Oh, according to the original.
According to the original wording,
not supposed to make any clothing out of the flag.
Aren't they constitutionalists too? Like, come on, y'all.
I mean, it's all
just. All these exceptions for this guy.
Well, that's just how it works with themselves. All these exceptions for us. We do things how we want to do things. Mm-hmm. And then fuck everybody else. Hey, people in here know each other. What's going on?
Bradventure Frankie.
Hey,
baby. I wish I could give you a hug. Am I gonna see you soon? I want to see you soon.
We're just here talking to people we know. To anybody who's listening to this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, this is just we're just talking to our friends, and then we're forcing you to listen to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come hang out on Twitch. Get over here on our Twitch stream. That should give you motivation to get over here and watch our live stream.
They're here. They're here. That's where they are.
Yeah, but if you're listening to the podcast and you're wondering what the hell's going on, get over here.
Well, but if you're listening to the podcast, then the Twitch stream has already happened, and we're likely not live right now. This is going to.
We might be. You should go check it out.
Well, we might be.
Twitch.com/thelightroast.
I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing Friday? This is coming out on Friday. I think you and I are hooking up and back again on Thursday. We're gonna hop on Twitch on Thursday and hang out and shit.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Cool.
Let's see. We talked about. Oh yeah. But of course, the big quote of Trump is "I may beat them for a third time." So I
may beat them for a third time.
A third time. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
He passed math on his own.
No, he's just being cocky. He's just being
He knows how to work the crowd.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
oh yeah, he's telling them what they want to hear.
That's what
He's being a good con man, like he knows how to do. That's his thing. And of course, everybody's cheering. It riled them all up. Oh, but this is a funny thing, right? So at the beginning of because they had to rent space to do this. Like I guess they were at like a hotel,
sure.
It's like a big, convention center type of thing. And the venue forced them to wear masks when they get up in the lobby and when they're going to the bathroom and stuff like that. So they had to ask them at the beginning. We had to ask everybody to wear masks when you're up from your table, and they booed and screamed about it. I sat there, had a little temper tantrum, and it's like, yo, man, how do y'all not see the writing on the wall? But that's the fucked up thing. They just think like, see, that's how much control the liberals got of the whole world because we have to wear a mask when we sit up and get up from our seats, go use the toilet.
Gosh, to be a fly on the wall in some of those moments, but I don't even need to anymore. I get that shit. Go the fuck away. Y'all are dumb.
I'm just glad that whole thing is just a big joke.
It's a joke at this point.
That everybody is laughing at them for that whole thing. It's hilarious that they all take it seriously. That they're
they think they're getting together to share real conservative ideas and think outside the box and get some real things done.
I just love that there are evangelical conservative Christians worshiping a golden fucking statue.
Yeah.
Of one of arguably the most evil, wretched, godless men in the 20th or 21st century. That's hilarious to me. I wish I could do something about it, but barring that, I'll just continue to laugh at them.
That's pretty funny. Trump will probably demand his funeral before he croaks so he can attend and then brag about how he had the biggest and most fabulous funeral of all time.
Yeah, while there's nobody there. While they
just work the angles of the camera just right.
It'll be just Eric,
Right. Yeah, right. Big cutouts. People holding some cutout figures.
Dad, will you hug me now? No, get away from me. Don't touch me. Somebody get this guy out of here.
How about now, Dad?
It'll just be Trump and his own security. You know, his own security
He'll
team.
have Secret Service.
Yep, he's gonna force them all to get up and speak about him.
Oh,
come on, get up there and say something.
Get up there and tell him how you love me.
So moving on, Andrew Cuomo is a just continues to be a bigger and bigger creepy fuck. I just think both of the Cuomos are creepy. If you've ever watched,
they're super aggro.
Super, yeah.
I mean, super like old school Italian aggro.
But I mean, yeah,
like
but
kind of Guido.
Yeah, but I know old school Italian people that are like cool as fuck though. Like my one of my best friends,
Sure.
Billy. If you see this, bro, what up? Like my dude, he's my best friend from college. The dude like grew up in New York and Connecticut. We went to college in Philly, and every time I talk to the guy, what's up, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
Come here, you piece of shit. I fucking
Right.
love this guy, and he's amazing, right? But dude, the Cuomo's got they're fucking weird, man. Even the younger brother who's on CNN. First of all, is on CNN. Second of all, if you ever watched him interact with Don Lemon, what the fuck is going on there?
Yeah.
Dude.
There's some weird energy.
Dude,
there.
Don Lemon, but hey, kind of looking like a punk, my nigga. Like, hey, bro, come on, man. Like, what's going on, bro? You let this man say some wild shit to you just out in the open all the time. He's straight punking you. Like it seems like he rides you when people aren't looking, man. It's a really weird. They got a weird relationship. They got a weird it's like the relationship on Scrubs between the black guy and the white guy. That's just like they're just if all they got to do is start fucking and then they're officially a relationship.
Yeah.
Except there's like a dom sub energy going on. You know
Sure,
what I mean? Which
sure.
fine. Hey, if that's what you do, that's fine. I like to get spanked sometimes. It's fine. But but this feels like it's not entirely consensual. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I feel like maybe Cuomo makes Lemon like go by the name Toby sometimes when I just feel like there's some weird race play shit going on. There's some weird shit going. It makes me uncomfortable to watch the two of them. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. That's CNN for you.
Yeah, somebody's Sausador, coked out bros.
Coked out bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's the real Koch brothers right there.
I mean, in terms of his allegations, though, man, like it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. And at the same time, like I'm gonna initially give the person who's reporting the crime or the aggressive behavior or the inappropriate behavior, I'm gonna listen and I'm going to assume that they're telling me the truth, especially when there's like other people who are
when you start getting multiples, that's when it's like, okay,
yeah, it's like, all right, this is probably something that's going on.
Well,
and at the same time, I also know that I haven't heard a denial, and at the same time,
he's in denial.
I think that's part of what we're seeing change right now is people like not. That was something that was okay when the boomers and the Gen Xers, they were okay with that kind of behavior previously, and I think now we're kind of at the point where we're not comfortable with that type of language being thrown around.
I don't know that people were okay with it. I think it was just that men in his position could get away with it.
That's probably a better way to put that.
I think that's an important distinction.
Yeah, people were definitely not okay with it, especially women and people that were the victims of these things are not okay with it. Yes, I agree with that.
Because this is what he said, right? This is what he said. He goes, well, when they brought this shit to him, he's like, well, at work, sometimes I think I'm being playful and I make jokes that I think are funny. Get the fuck out of here. This is what he actually said, right? Let's play strip poker to one of his employees, one of his younger female employees. That was the first one. Then the second one was 25. He asked her, "Have you been with an older man?" Asked her, "When's the last time you've been hugged?" I mean, really hugged. When's the last time you got a penis hug, girl? Come on, man. You ever been with an older man? He's 63. He's my dad's age.
So is it?
She's
I think
25.
It's the workplace banter that makes it not appropriate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's some other elements to that I think people are probably just uncomfortable with. But if you're not inherently in a dominant position and you're just like a random person on the street, I mean,
if you walked up to her,
really, it's like
if you walked up to her in a bar and he's like, "Hey, you ever been with an older man?" It's like, ew, gross, get away from me.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of like not Yeah, it's exactly.
But at work,
At work.
and then and you clearly
Correct.
know that that's not what's going on. Oh, at work,
Right.
sometimes I make jokes that I think are funny.
Right.
Like, no, one of those, none of those are jokes.
So the point is, people could be concerned that they're going to lose their job.
Not a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, they're concerned that they could lose their job, or that it affects how people at work will see them if they deny the person, or if they say no, or if they don't answer politely, or if they're not nice about it, or whatever.
Right. Well, just the fact that, just even that it changes. Even before you get to all that, just the fact that it changes the focus while you're in the workplace, right? Now it's like, okay, now I got to worry about that fucking thing. And yeah, it's my superior. So there's shit on the line there. And I have to answer to this person. And now I can't focus on getting my work done because I'm worried about this dude wants to put his wrinkled old penis in me.
Exactly.
That's a lot of shit to add to your day, man.
Yeah, I think in situations like this, I don't know. I mean, if these are talking about, honestly, I think these are probably bad workplace advancements, and he should resign. You're putting people in their jobs in a bad position, and you've brought an element to the job and to the workplace that's not appropriate.
It was one thing.
What are you going to do? Try to make it okay with those multiple employees? No, you're the one that needs to leave, and we get a new person, and
and I agree. Now it was one thing to, cover up the death of old people, lie about it and then cover it up. That's one thing. But now that you've also said creepy things to people, you should totally resign.
Right.
Not before, but definitely now.
And potential campaign finance stuff.
Yeah.
It's, it's time.
Yep, the campaign finance stuff. Right,
Time to move on.
Cuomo's been shady since day one. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But then it's
you're mayor of New York, or excuse me, governor of New York.
Right.
Who's not governor of fucking New York that hasn't done some shady shit? Come on. Are you kidding me?
Which just brings me back around. The sexual harassment charge is just icing on icing on the shitbag cake. Exactly. Precisely. It's just shit icing. It's diarrhea icing on a fucking solid shit cake. It's, yeah. Uh-huh. Let that simmer for a moment. But that's so many of them. When I know this is just it's the thing I've already said 1,000 times on the show, and I'm gonna say it 1,000 more times at least. That just all these fucking people are dirty. I mean, I'm sure not every single person working in politics, but it just seems to be that people that end up getting to that level, they're just after a lot of them, so many of them. There's fucking dirt on them, big dirt, big, ugly, horrible shit. Yep. And is it really that normal? Is all of that normalized that we just expect and accept? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, he's touching people.
Because the ownership
that's right.
The money and the ownership of the country runs deep.
Yeah,
those roots are deep, and you're not uprooting those things without some real.
That's what that.
You're not doing it with brute force.
That's what that rune means is ownership and heritage.
I can see that. I can see it's got kind of like parental wings sort of coming together to create something. What are the wings?
Wheat.
Wheat.
Ownership, land, heritage. All those words they like to say over and over again.
Right. So the symbol in the middle is like the holding of the seed is the seed of and the roots and the earth and the nutrients of the soil coming out and growing up and out. Okay, interesting. I like symbolism like that. I almost said symbology.
Yeah. Symbolism.
I think the word is symbolism.
Symbolism. So that was the Andrew Cuomo thing. Yo, man, if that's what you think is funny, just don't ever try to be funny, bro. Leave that alone, my guy. Leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Don't make jokes ever.
Right.
You say hey, Biden, do you ever feel like sometimes I think it feels like it's appropriate to sniff people real close. Ignore that impulse, bro. Dude, just
no more kissing little girls on the cheek.
Yep. Sometimes I just like to show the children I really like them and care about them. Don't show them.
It's comforting when I hold their shoulders.
Yeah, I think it's comforting to them.
I stand over and lord over them and breathe on their neck. It's comforting.
Hey there, little girl. You smell real nice. Uncle Joe loves you. Like, that's fucking gross. Leave that alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Andrew, just don't tell any jokes, man.
Oh, I've got something funny to share. I've got something good I found that I'd like to share.
Oh, what you got?
Dude, did you happen to see, like, anything about the stock market last week or even yesterday or today?
No.
Oh, my God.
No. What's happening in the stock market? Well, I saw something about...
What is happening in the stock market?
I saw something about bots happening in the stock market, that they think the
bots.
GameStop and the Dogecoin hikes happen because of social media bots. I read that headline somewhere.
So is it like the social media bots are spreading it and therefore humans are buying into those things? Or are they just kind of saying something about the bots are making the trades?
I just read the headline. I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
I don't think I know either.
I thought you knew.
I don't know about that exact thing, but I know that people are still trying to use some of the forums to pump some stocks here and there, and they seem to kind of happen sort of out of nowhere and completely unrelated to normal fundamentals of the market. So
right.
we're interesting. We're entering a really interesting phase right now, where things as they've normally operated, what am I looking for? Typically, when investors start looking into what stocks they want to invest in, they look at what the market cap is and what their sales have been and what kind of mergers they're about to have and what kind of business they're looking into starting or how they're growing their business, or laws that are being passed and things like that might affect business. And right now, it's almost like none of that matters. It's like it's sort of anarchy. There's definitely some anarchy right now hitting the fucking system. And it's empowering a lot of smaller traders and also wrecking a lot of new people that are coming in.
I was about to say,
and simultaneously crypto is like having an explosion, and also just had a really bad couple of days where like stock prices and crypto prices have gone way down in the last few days. And so I found this interesting meme. Check this meme out. This one's pretty good. So on the top is a new trader walking into the market, and they step on a rake and hits him in the face. And then on the bottom, you've got this experienced trader doing this fucking crazy trick off the stairs, still lands on the rake, hitting him in the face.
Still getting hit in the face.
It's like, no matter what your experience level, you're coming into the market right now, and like, you're fucking it up.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's getting it good right now.
I have a feeling that maybe, I have a feeling that may be a little more self-congratulatory than I have a feeling that may be a little more self-congratulatory than absolutely true.
What do you mean?
And I'm not basing this on any data, but I would be willing to bet that the major traders are still overall, like, the house still always wins. Or sometimes like players figure out a new trick, but as soon as OG Vintage Fine said this, right? The laws will change now that the common man is learning how to play the game. I definitely think that, and I'm always slow to celebrate stuff like that, and and memes always oversimplify things, but there's definitely a bit of that for sure. We're definitely having a moment right now where the normal rules of the game are not applying in the same way that they used to, and that's pretty cool.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Mark Cuban's 11-year-old made lots of money. Yeah, he's gotten his kids set up with some of that. Mark Cuban's big into crypto right now too.
That's cool.
But he's actually really into smart contracts. That's and NFTs.
Right.
So
right.
I sent you that video the other day. We should we gotta get into that, because Melissa and I really have thrown around the idea of creating our own NFT. And it's because we create digital content. So you store your NFT, you store your digital content as an NFT, and you make them tradable, and that kind of seals it in as a digital tradable thing of value. So
yeah, my roommate's been talking about looking into that.
Yep.
Because he's a graphic artist, and he's
perfect.
like, yeah,
and it's something that I think will be really popular and will probably like get overhyped for a little while. That's not going to devalue the underlying, which is that it's actually a thing that will be trading and represents a thing of value. And even if one group of people sees it as valuable, that's all that it matters, is that a group finds it valuable. Do you give a fuck if fucking baseball card's worth $100,000 or is it just a fucking baseball card?
Right.
I don't give a fuck about that baseball card. I don't collect baseball cards. Some people do, you know,
right,
so that's not valuable to me, but it is to other people.
Yeah.
And it's a core instinct of us to collect stuff and to want to trade things. And when there's rare items, we are attracted to that.
Right.
We're like irrationally attracted to that kind of shit.
Yeah.
As humans. So
yeah, I know.
Anyway,
it's awful. It's a weakness.
Who's saying hi? Hola. What's up, Melissa? Melissa is joining us in chat.
Cool. Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
What Twitch chat is popping today. It's so exciting. This is really great. We've had some really great interaction. People are providing some great conversation and some great points.
We've had a bunch of people in and out. We were all the way at 10 for a moment.
Neat. That's a good start.
2 digits. Oh my god.
That's a good start.
Dude, thank all you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. But we're gonna have to wrap it up pretty soon. We're getting into that time frame. The only thing I had left, and oh boy, this is a little bit more on the serious side, but Biden, being the awesome president that we knew he was gonna be, sent airstrikes to Syria because that's what Syria needs, is more bombs from us. That's what they need. That's what Syria needs, is just more people blowing the shit out of this tiny little fucking country of little brown people who can't do shit about it and are pretty much at the mercy of everyone at their borders and all the big countries who want to have interest there and who have military presence there.
Russia,
and
Turkey, Syria, Iraq,
Yep.
Iran.
Yep.
I don't know about Iraq.
Iran. And then, of course, fucking Israel wants to have influence there. America has influence there because Israel has influence there. And it's just a whole bunch of people. And I don't pertain to be somebody who's particularly informed on the Syria situation, but I know that it's fucked up. And I know some Syrian people, and I know what a big deal it is to them because they have family there, because they know people there that live in this just ongoing war zone. And here's what pisses me off about this Biden thing is this bastard overrode Congress to send these strikes over there. And of course it's, well, but there's an Iranian force that we're looking for and they're over there and blah 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 blah. Yeah. But you get Congress to sign off on it. That's the rule, right? And if it was so important that you just had to go executive order about it, you just had to go ahead and send it without consulting anybody, then why can't you do that for our money? What happened to that? What happened to $2,000 checks? What happened to fucking, expanded unemployment? What happened to that? What happened to more fucking money for people?
Yeah.
You got on that. It's people are going, hey, you promised that in your first week you were going to go ahead and do that this was top priority.
Yeah,
you promised us. You said this is the first thing you were going to do.
That's right.
You said you were going to do whatever you had to do. Yeah, and well, here's the thing. Here's the deal, Jack. We're gonna send out the checks, but first we got to do the right thing.
It's time for your grandpa breakfast.
First we gotta.
It's time for your breakfast.
First we gotta do. We can't just go ahead and just steamroll the other side of the aisle. All right? Come on. Huh? Come on. We can't just steamroll the other side of the aisle. We're going to talk to Congress, but if they say no, we're going to talk to them some more, Jack. But then with this, nope, we're just going to fucking send a drone strike. We got it. Push the button. Push the fucking button. Bomb those little brown people. Fuck them. Bomb those fucking people. How much money do I get? How much money do I get from this? Which person's pocket am I in? Where are they? How much?
Malarkey.
Tell me what I'm going to get. What do I get out of this? What job do I get after I'm president? How many deals do I get? How many hundreds of thousands of dollars am I going to get per speech from this fucking oil company if I bomb these brown people? I don't get any money from these poor motherfucking Americans. Fuck these people. I don't give a shit.
Bunch of dog-faced pony soldiers.
What? Look, I've heard some old slang. I've heard bee's knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know slang from the 40s, dude. Like, where the fuck did dog-faced pony soldier, where the fuck did they come from? How is this the guy that black people were supposed to want to vote for, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something endearing, I guess. He's just safe. I don't know.
I'm gonna take Trevor Noah's move right here. Bernie!
Oh, dude, Bernie, please, Bernie.
Bernie's being a badass, though. Bernie's in there fighting for us, man. Every time I hear something about Bernie, it's like, nothing. But he's in there. He's the one in there getting shit done. Biden's like, look, here's what we're going to do. And
Bernie's like, I did that.
Bernie's like, hell no. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually do something. God damn it. I'm tired of your shit.
Here's a report I did in 1984. We got this passed, but you fuckers didn't do it.
Here's how it's going to work. Every morning that you don't sign those checks, I'm going to be standing at your door at 6:30. And I'm going to be talking at top volume, which is my normal volume. I'm not even going to knock. I'm just going to say, Joe, until you wake up and sign those checks. That's all right. I haven't heard a human voice in 38 years. I've just learned to read lips, Jack. So, Biden being exactly the Biden that I thought he was going to do. I mean, he's doing his job. He's expanding the empire. He's doing the same job that Trump was doing. He's just doing it better. He's doing it better. He's doing it doing it more quietly. He's doing it with tact. He's doing it with taste. He's doing it with aviators. He's like, all right, now we're gonna come together with the tyrannical forces from the right, and we're gonna be united with the big corporations.
How do you tip on the app? I don't know how you tip on the app.
I don't
know.
You know what it is we need to put a tip button. We haven't set it up. I know how to set a tip button. I can do it.
I think I did set a tip button. Maybe not. I don't think I did.
America gonna bomb. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, PFJ, man? Oh, yeah. I just slammed my table and I
Hello. I can hear it now.
You're in. Oh, here we go.
There it is.
PFJ, I shouldn't slam the table. I just knocked my own sound out. Chilling. Hell yeah, man. Good to see
welcome.
You. Good to see you. But yeah, America gonna bomb. That's what we do. That's what we're good at. That's what we sell. We sell bombings. How many you need? You need bombings where you want it. Syria? Oh, that's our favorite place to bomb. Bomb them some more. Let's keep on bombing Syria. Raytheon. Yep. Yeah, man.
I'm just gonna see if there's a way to quickly add. I don't think I can really quickly.
Yeah. Well, we will. Well, we're gonna have it set up for next time. We should get a. Yeah, we got it. Well, we got to set up an account for them to tip too, and all that stuff. We got to set up all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. 10. Yep, we're back at 10, and then as soon as you said 10, it's back down to 9. Pulaski. Yeah. That's the breaks. So before we wrap it up, because PayPal link exactly.
Yeah, that's an easy way.
So this is where we are on episode 3. and I know, by the way, before anybody says this, that episode 2, the recording, it says episode 3. We're gonna fix that. It's because it kind of was episode 3
technically,
but no, none of them are put up here except for episode 2. Episode 2 was episode 1, so we're gonna rename. We're not gonna have to have this conversation again. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna have a way for you to pay us next time. We very much appreciate that. That's definitely why
it's a kind gesture.
We're doing this
for sure.
We are definitely doing this in hopes of creating a revenue stream. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate you. That is our purpose. So
for sure.
And that's how great a job we're doing at it. Is we have no way for you to pay us right now.
Yep. No way to accept the money.
No way to take the money. Hey, take this money. I'd love to, but I don't have hands. And
Stonehenge.
So okay, so we're gonna take some questions and some comments. OG Vintage Fine says, I'm tired of Democrats trying to sing Kumbaya with the Republicans. I agree so wholeheartedly.
Oh my God.
And I think it speaks a lot to the real values of the Democratic Party establishment. And when I say that, I don't mean Democratic voters, right?
Status quo.
I mean the status quo of the Democratic Party. The same people
Yes.
who shoved Bernie out of the way.
Yes.
Who, by the way, has by far the highest approval rating of any of the major people in government right now. He has a far higher approval rating than Biden by a lot. It's like 70-something% or 68%.
Everybody's
like
going,
that.
fuck, what do we do?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because that's the guy who's really doing the job. That's the guy who's really fighting the fight. That's the guy who's really doing the work. Not that there aren't other people doing it, because Lord knows we got some powerful black women doing some things here in Georgia. Stacey Abrams is doing that work. Still doing that work. She was doing that work leading up to this election. She's leading up to the last election.
I love
She's
Stacey.
doing the work.
She's cute.
Leading up to
She's
the next
a cutie.
one. She's amazing.
She's a cutie.
She's awesome. Are you aware of the Great Beaver Drop of 1948?
What the fuck?
No.
Great Beaver was that? Hold on. Let's
Paul,
just
tell us more.
No, hold on. Before Paul tells us anything,
it's real.
I get it, but let's speculate on what a Great Beaver Drop of 1948 even is.
That is a good instinct.
What the fuck? Is it just a bunch of people holding beavers, and at the sound of the horn, you drop your beaver? Like, what do you do?
No. You know what it was? This was the real beginning of the baby boomers, right? There was at the end of the war. There was now. See, during the war, they had to send all the ladies to work. And during that time, they didn't want to give it up. See, nobody wanted to sleep. If you were one of the men that was left behind, you couldn't get pussy no way, no how. But then there was the Great Beaver Drop of 1948.
Yeah.
Everybody could get some.
Pretty interesting, see? 1948 was a good time.
It was like beaver was falling from the sky.
Yeah. Couldn't get enough beaver.
It was on the radio. It was like War of the Worlds. Mayday, mayday, beavers are falling from outer space. They're attacking men. They're falling on their faces. They're face-hugging beavers. There's
local beaver, foreign beaver.
Back-breaking beavers.
International beaver.
No, Paul, we know you're not trolling, but we got to do this. The Great Beaver Drop of 48.
Leave it to beaver.
It was a calamity. It was a clamamity. It was.
Ooh. I like that.
Okay, but for real, what was the Great Beaver Drop of 48? It's hard to get the beaver when it's tangled and shoot. 76 beavers total. Wait, so did a bunch of beavers just die?
My beaver showed up dead. That's a different kind of porn.
That's that illegal kind.
That's that stuff you only find on the dark web.
Yeah, woo. That's that Tor browser stuff.
Oh, 76 beavers total.
I just Google it and still don't know what it was about. Dude, Paul knows about some stuff that people don't know about, man. Like this guy will flip your lid telling you some story or some factoid or something. Dropped with leftover parachutes from WW2. Now he's participating in the riff.
This is great. I'm just imagining all these like beavers.
Just literal beavers.
Yeah, literal beavers. Yeah, I've lost the innuendo. I'm in literal.
Dude, just beavers with machine guns, but with like 1940s like Tommy guns, falling from the sky.
Right. Yes.
with the old war helmets, just beavers falling from the sky, and then
beavers that don't give a damn.
They show up and they no.
I did it.
No, you're fired.
I did it.
Oh.
I did it.
Paul, he's fired, man.
I did a joke.
He's fired. But that's also going in the quote book. That's inside baseball right there. That's some inside jokes. Drop leftover repairs some obscure wildlife project experiment. I'm always imagining beavers.
Yes.
Yeah, but Melissa doesn't mean the literal beavers. Settle Melissa. Yeah, exactly. They dropped Geronimo multiple times as a test subject, then dropped him with 3 females. Reward.
They called the lead beaver Geronimo. And they dropped him out with some other beaver friends.
That's racist. That's problematic right there. That's
76 total beavers.
Dude, the Great Beaver Drop is canceled for so many reasons. And you dropped beavers. You called them beavers, and then you called one of the beavers Geronimo. Now I'm back to the innuendo.
Yeah, nice. Full circle.
Now I'm picturing a giant vagina with a beaver tail and a machine gun dropping from a helicopter.
Yeah.
But it's like that. But it's a beaver from like that movie Teeth, right? So it has beaver teeth, and then and then it drops down and it chews down all of their outposts, right? It chews down their turrets at the base and then shoots everybody. Oh man, the Great Beaver Rebellion of '48. I say Geronimo when I'm pooping. Oh. Peter would love this. Coming to theaters.
Yes.
Oh, dude, this has to be the
next animated
short
film
now. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
This has to be a sketch.
What's the drama?
The Great Beaver Drop of
is the drama like the beaver's experience, or is the drama like
the drama is totally the beaver's experience, right? Okay. It's like saving.
Like the beaver has to leave his family to go. Like Geronimo leaves his family and like has to go and like
saving
test flight.
Saving Private Beaver.
Saving. But
Geronimo is saving Private Beaver. You know.
Yeah. Air Beaver.
Oh God, no! That's a Disney basketball movie about a basketball player. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Getting the chutes off.
You wanted this. You wanted to watch this.
Well, they can chew through the ropes on their chutes. At least,
just hot drop,
Right.
If they get stuck, if the beaver gets stuck in a tree.
It's his natural habits. He knows how to deal with that situation.
But are they fighting dicks? You know what I mean? Like, are they?
Yeah, there's.
I mean the Nazis, right? They're little tiny dicks.
Yeah.
I don't know what the joke is there. SS dicks.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Fucking beavers dropping out of planes.
Just dicks. And then that works either way, right? And that works either way, because if they're either way, whether they're like literal beavers or vagina beavers with beaver teeth, either way they can bite the dicks. You know what I mean? They just bite them. They don't even have to shoot them. They can just roll up on them and just bite them.
Yeah.
Just bite them off at the base.
Build dams full of dicks.
And the soldiers on the other side are just giant dicks falling over like trees.
Yeah.
They get the big beaver bite marks in them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're
scarred for life. You can tell.
They're circumcising them.
Exactly.
Or is it just transition surgery at that point?
Right.
But like poorly done. Like
transition
Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That's how that happened. That's how it happened. That's how they made Hedwig. That's how it happened. That's the new origin story for Hedwig, right? Is he was a Nazi soldier who was drafted. He didn't want to be there, so he was young. He was a kid, and then he was fighting for him, and he was like, really, I just want to be a lady and a rock star, and I want to be on stage, and I want to be a lady rock star. And then this amazing, all of a sudden, as he thinks that, hundreds of beavers just fall from the sky. Vagina beavers. It was a sign.
Vagina beavers.
Vaginas with beaver teeth and guns. Just American beavers that he's never seen before. With American beaver hair. Just fall from the sky. And he's like, this is a sign from Mein Gott. And they fall from the sky and bite off. He's also a penis, but he has a penis too. And they bite off his penis and
Build a dam with it.
and build a dam with it, and they leave him with the angry inch, and that's why. Right. And then he's angry at the Americans forever, and then he changes his name to Zimmerman, Hedwig Zimmerman, and then that angry fucker shoots a poor black kid, and then that's how we get to today.
That wraps up so much of our stories today. You just you glued it all together.
And Pixar, if you want to buy this. It's just for the low price of $100 million. You can have this script today. This is my pitch. I'm pitching this to you. I think this could sold. Let's get Trent Reznor in on it. Let's have him, dude. Imagine that with some 9 Inch Nails synth pads while the beavers drop out of the sky.
Maybe some Rob Zombie. He could be. Can we get him in there too? As
the beavers drop. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way it's cool. Like during Halloween, and then we can like do something cool. Another time of year.
Paul, hashtag remember Idaho.
Remember Idaho?
Why are there teeth on the vaginas like in place of the labia or what? No, that's a thing. That's a real thing that can happen. It's a condition called vaginus dentata, where vaginas can grow tooth matter on the inside, but they can't like bite anything. It's like a very rare condition where you can like grow like calcified teeth, like in your, but there's a movie called Teeth. There's a horror movie called Teeth about a chick that bites dudes' dicks.
Come on, this is not a thing. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck, man. That's one of those horrible, like, it's one of those horrible things that like young men like
I know
say to each other.
I know.
Like,
but it's like they can't there's no like vagina that can eat your fucking dick with teeth, but there's a horror movie about it that can. That's where I came up with the idea. But instead of just like horror movie teeth, it's beaver teeth.
But it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah. Whatever. It's cool.
I'm just saying that's where I gotta
can confirm it's
it's a movie. Can confirm. Yeah.
That's good.
It's a hilariously bad movie.
God, it really does sound like snakes on a fucking plane. It's like teeth in the vagina.
It's more like
vagina.
It's more
beavers.
like killer clowns from outer space. It's more like that kind of.
Yeah.
Like mixed with.
It's like really eccentric.
Mixed with Antichrist.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen that,
just stigmata or something.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good episode. No.
You guys.
Okay, OG Vintage Find. Speaking of beavers, it reminds me of the time I asked my mom for 25 cents so I could buy a beaver rag at Greenfield Village. She had no idea what I was talking about until I showed her the school trip itinerary that said beverages were 25 cents. I don't understand. I don't get it. All Melissa wants to know is about the teeth on the vagina. Where are the teeth located on the vagina? Again, this is not a real condition. I don't think. Or if it is a real condition, it's inside the vagina, like in the lining. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right up in the lining.
Right up in the lining.
On the right.
And
right. A little on the left.
Behind the,
behind the thing, the thing that had, little thing up in there.
Yeah. So the beaver teeth, right? They'd be like just right behind the clit on the top. They'd
two main ones.
Right there, the two big ones.
So
you wouldn't even.
Right.
Okay. Paul's got another comment, and then we're gonna wrap it up after this one, maybe one more, and then we're gonna keep hanging out on Twitch after that. Paul says the bat bomb was invented by a dude from Pennsylvania. They tested it and it worked. The bats had incendiary devices on them to burn down buildings. Get the fuck out of here. Beaver bombs are better though, more effective. This has turned into the trippiest. Paul just decided to like hijack the chat.
Paul's providing constructive information.
Beaver bombs, bat bombs. Plastic goes, okay.
We told you to put the show on in the background and not watch.
Just mute it.
Just mute it.
Told you to mute
the show.
Said you had to.
We gave you an opportunity.
You got to mute me. And look, I'm advertising this show. I want people to watch it. I want you to subscribe. I want you to tip us once we have a tip jar. We're going to have a tip, not a real one. I could put a real one there, but in the digital place. We want that. We eventually, hey, Rev Coffee, other people coffee, competitors for Rev Coffee, sponsor us. We'll drink your shit.
Dude, we'll review your coffee.
We want all that stuff. So we're glad that you guys are talking about beaver bombs falling from the sky. Did the beavers also have bombs? Was that also the case? Do they have bombs in the? Were they?
They should. They should. But I like the idea that like their big thing is like their teeth, and that they can just like fall out of the sky, land face first on your dick, and your dick's gone before you even know it.
My brain immediately went like. No
bombs needed.
My brain immediately went cranberries. Just like vaginas with their bombs and their guns. Beaver death, beaver death.
They are pointed.
Oh, I'm crying laughing at the. All right, this is the.
We're not trying to be super violent here.
It's just cool. The bombs. Yeah.
We're trying to be animal. We're trying to be PETA friendly.
This is terrible. This is, oh my God. Like, of course, it's like the day after I give my mom the link for the YouTube. We just spend 45 minutes talking about killer vaginas with beaver teeth and bombs and like, in the World War.
It's the Great Beaver Drop of 1946.
The Great Beaver Drop of 1946. Was it 46 or 48? I don't even know. You learn something new every day. I think we should know.
I don't want to dishonor the survivors.
The survivors of the Beaver Drop. We could be laughing at this, and there's like a group of old men.
I'm sorry,
There's
Paul.
a group of old men sitting at 48. Right. We could be laughing at this, and there's like a group of old men sitting in one of those those old like Air Force like war bars. You know what I'm talking about? There's one over on Beaufort Highway. And they're all sitting there like, you didn't see the things we saw. The Great Beaver Drop of 48, kid.
He still wears the pants.
Learn some respect.
He still wears the pants with the blood stain on it.
A lot of good men lost their dicks that day.
Exactly.
A lot of good dicks were lost that day, kid.
Exactly.
You don't know.
He's got a necklace with like a few beaver teeth on it. He's like, I got a couple of those motherfuckers. Yeah. He installed them in his mouth, actually. He got a couple of beaver teeth and actually had them implanted in his own mouth.
Oh my God.
He's trying to be at one with the beaver. It was a very traumatic experience. He's trying to harness the beaverdom, and
one guy has
installed it in his face.
One guy, then like the psychopath in the squad has a fucking beaver head.
Yes.
Cut off and like he's wearing from his throat or from his necklace.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Look, we're an hour and 40 minutes in. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Or if you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on Apple, on Google, thank you very much for trying the light roast. This has been a great episode. Please follow, like, and subscribe. If you're not on Twitch, follow us on twitch.tv/the light roast. Join us in the chat. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear your questions, or read them rather. You can also email us at lightroastlive@gmail.com. And that's it. We're going to keep hanging out here on Twitch for a while. If you guys are hanging out with us on Twitch, hang out for as long as you like. We're going to be here probably another half an hour. Who knows? It might go longer. We're feeling pretty sassy talking about beavers. Otherwise, man, this has been awesome. Dude, thank you very much. This coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this. Yeah, this is my favorite part of the week now.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't saying a whole lot because as we covered earlier, I sit in a room for the rest of the week. But however, I do have to announce this before we end the episode. I am going to be, if you're in Atlanta, I am going to be at Center Stage on the 12th and 13th. I'm also going to be at the Laughing Skull sometime this month. I haven't gotten my dates yet. It might even be this weekend. I'll post about it. You can follow me on Instagram at DamianTurner_. Yeah, one more time.
Yay.
Thanks a lot. This has been an awesome episode.
Dude, live comedy. Can't wait to see it.
Dude, I can't wait to do it and just be terrified the whole time and uncomfortable that I'm going to catch something because it's Georgia and people don't give no fucks about no coronavirus.
Idiots.
And no one gives a shit if you don't wear a mask, unfortunately. So we're going to see how that goes. Please wear a mask if you come to my show. Do it, or people will remove you. Anyway, one more time. This is The Light Roast. I'm Damian Turner.
I'm Jason Jones.
And we love you.